Have you ever wondered why you can be successful in your career, respected by everyone around you, and still feel completely lost when it comes to love? You can be that woman people call when they need advice, support, direction, or strength. But when it comes to love, you may be asking yourself, why do I keep choosing men who cannot fully show up for me? In this video, you're going to learn why professional success does not automatically heal relationship patterns, why you maybe keep choosing unavailable or inconsistent love, and how to begin breaking the cycle so you can stop settling, chasing, waiting, and shrinking in relationships. And I want you to stay with me because this conversation is not just for single women who are dating. This is also for women who are in relationships, for women who are married. This is also for women who look like everything is okay on the outside, but inside they feel emotionally alone, unseen, unsupported, or stuck in a painful pattern. A relationship can have a title and still not be healthy. A relationship can look good to other people and still feel lonely behind closed doors. And this video is not about telling you whether to stay or leave. I just want to make that clear. This video is about helping you tell yourself the truth. It is about helping you begin to understand why you may be connected to someone who is not loving you in a safe, healthy, consistent way. Hello, beautiful souls. I'm Natalie Manning, founder of She's Taken Her Life Back and author of What About Me? Healing the Soul of a Daddyless Daughter. Here is where I help professional women break toxic relationship patterns, heal relational trauma, and stop self-sabotaging the life and love they truly desire. And today we're talking about something that many women feel but do not always know how to explain. Why can you be so successful in other areas of your life but still feel stuck, confused, or emotionally defeated in love? Now, before we go deeper, if this is the kind of healing conversation you need in your life, I want you to stay with me. And if this message speaks to you, I invite you to subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Also, as you listen, I want you to pay attention to what connects with you. If something makes you say, oh, that's me, leave a comment and say, I'm taking my life back. Because sometimes your comment is not just for you. Sometimes your comment helps another woman realize she is not the only one going through this. Now here is where I want to begin. Success in your career does not automatically heal the wounds you carry into relationships. Let me say that again. Success in your career does not automatically heal the wounds you carry into relationships. A woman may be educated, gifted, responsible, professional, respected, and still be emotionally wounded in love. Oh, she can lead meetings. She can manage teams. She can raise children, run a home, serve in a ministry, build a career, care for everybody else, and still feel like a little girl inside when love feels uncertain. It's not because something is wrong with her. It may be because something happened to her. It just may be because somewhere along the way, love became connected to waiting, to proving, to chasing, to being good enough. Love became connected to hoping someone would finally see her, finally choose her. In my own life, there were places where I was trying to understand why I kept finding myself connected to relationships that did not give me the love, safety, and consistency I needed. I didn't understand why I could be so capable in so many ways, but still feel like love was the place where I kept losing myself. And over time, through my own healing journey and looking honestly at my life, I began to understand something. I was not just choosing randomly. I was choosing from a place that had been wounded. I was trying to fill an old, empty place with relationships that could never heal it. And that is why I am so passionate about this work. Because I know what it feels like to have a hole in your soul and try to fill it with the wrong people, the wrong relationships, and the wrong version of love. But I also know what it feels like to begin healing, to begin seeing the pattern, and to begin choosing in a different way. You know, for some women, the pattern did not begin with the man they are dating now. It didn't begin with the husband. It didn't begin with the boyfriend. It did not begin with the last relationship. It started much earlier. Sometimes it is connected to an old father wound. A father wound is the hurt that can happen when a woman did not receive the love, safety, attention, protection, consistency, or emotional connection she needed from her father. That father may have been absent. He may have been in and out. He may have lived in the house but still felt emotionally far away. And when a little girl does not understand why her father is not showing up in the way she needs him to, she may begin to make it mean something about herself. She may begin to believe, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not lovable. Maybe I have to work harder to be chosen. Maybe I have to accept pieces of love because full love is not available to me. Now, as grown women, she may not walk around saying those words out loud. She may not even know that belief is there. But the pattern may still show up in who she chooses, what she tolerates, and what she explains away, and how long she stays. I want you to understand is this: career success does not equal relationship healing. You can be successful in your career and still be wounded in love. You can be that woman everybody depends on and still feel like you have no one emotionally dependable in your own life. And that is why so many professional women feel confused, because they think, I'm smart, I'm responsible, I'm strong, I know better. So why do I keep ending up here? But love does not only touch your mind. Love touches your heart. Love touches the places inside of you that still want to feel chosen, protected, safe, and loved. So if those places have not been healed, you may keep choosing from the wound instead of choosing from wisdom. Sometimes it's that old pattern wearing a new face. Familiar love can feel like real love, but familiar doesn't always mean healthy. If inconsistency felt normal early in your life, inconsistency may feel normal in adulthood. If you had to wait for attention early in your life, you may find yourself waiting for attention in relationships. If love felt like something you had to earn, you may keep trying to prove your worth to men who are not capable of loving you well. This is why emotionally unavailable men can feel so powerful. It feels like chemistry. It can feel like passion. It can feel like a challenge. It can feel like, if I can just get this person to love me, then I will finally feel chosen. But sometimes what you are calling chemistry is really your wound recognizing something familiar. Sometimes what feels like a deep connection is actually your nervous system saying, I know this feeling. I know what it feels like to wait. I know what it feels like to chase. I know what it feels like to hope. I know what it feels like to be unsure. I know what it feels like to want love from someone who gives just enough to keep me holding on. Beautiful soul, that is not peace. That is a pattern. The issue is not that you are too strong. The issue is not that you are too independent. The issue is not that you are too picky. The issue is not that you are too hard to love. You are not too much. You may just be choosing people who give too little. You may be trying to prove your worth to someone who does not have the emotional capacity to love you well. You may be trying to build a healthy relationship with someone who is still operating from their own brokenness. You may be hoping that if you love harder, explain better, wait longer, give more, stay quieter, or become easier to deal with, then maybe they will finally show up. But love should not require you to abandon yourself. Love should not require you to shrink. Love should not require you to silence your needs. Love should not require you to keep accepting pain just to say you have someone. And I want to speak very carefully here, especially to women who is in a relationship or marriage and feel stuck. This video is not telling you what decision to make today, but it is inviting you to tell yourself the truth. Are you loved or are you managed? Are you supportive or are you tolerated? Are you safe or are you surviving? Are you growing or are you disappearing? Just because a relationship has a title does not mean it's healthy. And just because you have stayed a long time does not mean you have to keep ignoring what your heart and your body have been trying to tell you. Healing begins when you stop measuring your worth by who chooses you and start becoming the woman who chooses herself. Now, this is where the shift begins. And it's not when he texts back, not when he finally apologizes, not when he finally sees your worth, not when he finally changes, not when he finally chooses you. The shift begins when you choose you. When you stop chasing love that keeps hurting you. When you stop calling inconsistency normal. When you stop making excuses for emotional neglect. When you stop confusing potential with partnership. When you stop shrinking so someone else can stay comfortable. When you stop asking, how can I get him to love me? And you start asking, why am I accepting love that does not feel safe? That question changes everything. Because now you are no longer only looking at him. You are looking at the pattern. You are looking at the wound. You are looking at the belief. You are looking at the place inside of you that learned to settle, chase, wait, or shrink. And once you can see it, you can begin to heal. I want you to pause for a moment and think about these questions. You may want to write them down. Question number 1. Where am I successful on the outside, but still hurting in love? Question number 2. What kind of love feels familiar to me? Healthy love or inconsistent love? Question number 3. Do I feel calm in my relationship patterns, or do I feel anxious, uncertain, and afraid of being left? Question 4. Am I choosing from my healed self, or am I choosing from my old wound? Question 5. Where have I been settling, chasing, waiting, or shrinking? And here's one more question. If I truly believe I was worthy of a safe, consistent, healthy love, what would I stop accepting? That is the question I want you to sit with. Because sometimes the answer is not hidden. Sometimes we know. We just have not yet given ourselves permission to tell the truth. There was a time in my life when I had to get honest with myself. I had to stop only asking, why do I keep attracting this? And I had to begin asking, why do I keep allowing this to stay? That was not an easy question, because it would have been easier to only blame the men. And let me be clear. When someone harms you, abuses you, manipulates you, lies to you, betrays you, or mistreats you, they are responsible for their behavior. You are not responsible for another person's neglect. You are not responsible for another person's emotional unavailability. You are not responsible for another person's dishonesty. But there came a point in my own healing where I had to look in the pattern in my life and ask, what is happening inside of me that keeps connecting me to this kind of love? What story did I start believing about myself? What pain have I been trying to fill? What part of me is still waiting to be chosen? And that is where healing began. Not with shame, not with blaming myself, but with truth. Because truth is not there to destroy you. Truth is there to free you. The goal is not just to get a man. The goal is not just to keep a relationship. The goal is not just to prove that somebody wants you. The goal is to become whole. The goal is to become emotionally free. The goal is to stop abandoning yourself for the possibility of being chosen. The goal is to become the woman who can say, I do not have to chase love. I do not have to beg for consistency. I do not have to shrink to be accepted. I do not have to stay where I'm emotionally unsafe. I do not have to keep repeating what hurt me. I can choose myself. I can heal. I can learn a new pattern. I can take my life back. If this message is speaking to you, I created a free reflection guide called the Successful Woman's Love Pattern Reflection Guide. This guide will help you to begin looking at the places where you may be settling, chasing, waiting, or shrinking in love, even while you are successful in other areas of your life. It will give you questions to help you slow down, reflect, and begin recognizing the patterns that may be keeping you connected to unavailable, inconsistent, or unhealthy love. You can download it using the link in the description, and I want you to actually use it. Do not just download it and let it sit. Take time with it. Answer the questions. Tell yourself the truth. Because awareness is one of the first steps to breaking the cycle. I'm also building a new Facebook group for women who are ready to take their lives back, heal relationship patterns, and grow with other women doing the same work. And I want to say this clearly. The group is new. That means you have the opportunity to come in as one of the founding members of the community. This is a space for women who are ready to reflect, heal, grow, and stop repeating patterns that no longer serve the women they are becoming. The link to join the Facebook group is also in the description. And if this video helped you to begin to connect the dots, I want you to do 3 things. I want you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with another woman who looks strong on the outside but may be silently struggling in love. Also comment below, I'm choosing myself. I want to know who this message is reaching. And your comment may help another woman feel less alone. Beautiful soul, you're not broken because love has been difficult. You are not broken because you have chosen wrong. You are not broken because you wanted to be loved. But you are responsible for becoming aware. You are responsible for telling yourself the truth. And you are responsible for choosing differently from this point on. You can be successful in love too. Not by performing harder, not by proving more, not by chasing someone who keeps showing you they are unavailable, but by healing deeper, by choosing yourself, by listening to your body, by honoring your needs, by refusing to keep calling pain love, and becoming the woman who no longer waits to be chosen by someone else before she chooses herself. So this is your time, this is your healing, this is your invitation to stop losing yourself in love. Beautiful soul, it is time to take your life back.